Super Mario Bros. Is officially 40 years old. What the f***? I remember it vividly. September 13th, 1985, when Super Mario Bros. Came out on the original NES. You know, back when I rode dinosaurs into school and watched the classic Tom and Jerry cartoons. But we've come a long way since 1985. We're now in the year 2025, where Mario went from this to this. So I thought it'd be a good idea to go over my thoughts on every Mario game and describe them in 10 words or less. But first, a couple of rules. I will only be talking about Mario games. This includes spin-offs, mainline, clocks, whatever. But I won't be counting any Luigi games like Luigi's Mansion, any Wario games like WarioWare or Wario World, sorry to the 5 Wario World fans, DK games like Country or Bonanza, or Yoshi games with the exception of Yoshi's Island for Super Nintendo since it's technically considered as Super Mario World 2. And that's pretty much it, so let's go. The original, the retro, the classic, the game. Wah, too hard, because we suck at games. The one that gave us the first flying power-up, not to be confused with 3D Land, because the last thing I need is Mario giving prostates. The original, the retro, the classic, the better game. Super Mario World, but driving. Finally, a Mario Paint for me! This game is great, it gave us Wario. I could say something, I'd rather keep my mouth shut. Great. Learning the game. The best way to play the Lost Levels. The game that would eventually lead to Ultra Smash. Dinosaur and Baby explore island and fight turtle. When the box art is better than the game. Baby's first RPG. Thus, the third dimension was born. The most average Mario Kart. The year without Mario. Where friends become enemies. Also lawsuits. Wow! It's like having a midlife crisis in real life. Party harder. What a way to kick off the millennium. How does he swim? The last game for the 64. RIP. Oh boy, I love janitorial work. Yep, it's another one. What's so good about this game? Oh, the slippery one. Also 2 racers. Yay! New Mario Party! The start of the best RPGs. Puzzles! I love puzzles! How does he bathe? At this point, what hasn't he done? Best opening cutscene. Nintendo GameCube mic included! Hooray! The not definitive version. Finally, a Mario Party on the go! One of the best soundtracks in the dancing game. Batter up, because you can't have enough! On the road again. The most underrated Mario RPG. Beginner's luck. Michael Jordan wishes he could be this good. The most pissed Mario's ever been. Your country won, bro. Surely we won't get more, right? The 3D Mario game we deserve. The collaboration we got. Honey, I Shrunk the Mario. The game that turned me into the man I am today. Don't bring this series back. Don't ruin it like Strikers. For those who want to be inside of Bowser, not as good as my Mario clock. Where does this one take place in? Vancouver! Nostalgia overload. Space, but more. Could you imagine getting this again for the 40th anniversary? I always wanted a game where Waluigi played volleyball. Not to be confused with 2D Land. Wait, because that's what we needed. Mario and Sonic in England. For those who wanted to be bees. It sure is tennis. Here comes the money, and I haven't used stickers since. A Mario game for me, a Mario game for you. Happy Year of Luigi, everyone. Where is Sochi? Russia? Huh, learn something new every day. I like the jazz. I can't talk this one. I like it. Not much of a world tour if it's just grass. Hope we're not stuck with this game for 10 years. Crazy to think this game is 10 years old already. Fine, I'll do it myself. Damn, what is this? Some Dark Age or what? The collaboration that could have been better. Missed opportunity to call this Mario 2016. Hold on. Paint is a liquid. Mario, you get wet! The 14th Mario Party, and my 14th reason why. Enjoy your aspect ratio, f***ers. 5 games in none. Can't wait to get DLC on the game soon. The best combination since peanut butter and pickles. A valid remake, what a 3D Mario game is supposed to be. I can give you 100 reasons why not to play. Where's the long-awaited sequel, Mario Tennis Deuces? A return to classics. Kinda. The game that single-handedly killed Alpha Dream. What's new is really f***ing old. What was the point of the extra game styles again? A game that started getting good once it was dying. The end because the Olympics got into NFTs, I think. Does getting folded hurt? Really cool for the first 5 minutes. So what about Mario Bros 4 through 34? Limited time release my ass. Took them long enough. Be honest, who remembers this game? For those who wanted to see Woody Woods in HD. Wow, the animation is way better than the game itself. Mario Galaxy 3 kinda. Also Charles Martinet's last game. Finally, a new Super Mario Bros. For those who wanted to see this fucker in HD. What is a jamboree? A great return to a presumed dead series. The questionable start of a new era. Super Mario Bros. Is one of the most influential games of all time. In a time when people were overwhelmed by the flooded console market that eventually led to the video game crash of 1983, Nintendo released the Nintendo Entertainment System. It dominated other game consoles like the Atari, Odyssey, and all the other forgotten ones. It wasn't until Sega introduced the Sega Genesis that Nintendo finally had some competition. But the best game on the NES by far was Super Mario Bros., created by Shigeru Miyamoto and Takashi Tezuka. It basically started a multi-million-dollar company and, in my opinion, the face of video games with Mario. Over the years, Mario has had some of the greatest games of all time. Super Mario Bros. 3, Mario World, and it even influenced the way 3D Mario games would be with Super Mario 64. The 2000s gave us nostalgic classics like Super Mario Galaxy, New Super Mario Bros., Mario Kart DS, and Wii. Sure, Mario has had some dark times, but they've always managed to bring it back. 2017 gave us Mario's most iconic recent game with Super Mario Odyssey. Nowadays, sure, Nintendo's been pretty controversial with Mario Kart World and its price, but Mario Kart World is still a pretty fun game. Sure, it has its flaws, but I'm still excited for Mario's future because it's a new Mario game. I was born in 2008, so I never really got to experience eras like the Super Nintendo, N64, or even DS at its prime. I remember one Christmas I was given a Wii Mini with Mario Kart Wii. Sure, I had borrowed my cousin's Nintendo DS and played lots of new Super Mario Bros. And Mario Kart DS, but this Wii and game were mine. I would play on that Wii for hours, and even though I was never good at the game, I still had a good time racing at 50cc on the Wild Wing on any track that wasn't SNES Ghost Valley 2 or N64 Bowser's Castle, because god, those tracks were scary. A few months later, I got a 3DS from my grandma, and eventually got Mario Kart 7, 3D Land, and New Super Mario Bros. 2. After learning I could play DS games, I got a New Super Mario Bros. And a Mario Kart DS of my very own. In 2015, I got a Wii U. Yes, I was one of those kids. And played a ton of Mario Kart 8, Mario 3D World, and New Super Mario Bros. U sometimes. Christmas 2017, I got my Switch, which I still have to this day, and yes, those Joy-Cons have drift. And finally, about a month ago, I got the Nintendo Switch 2. I just had to sell one of my kidneys for it. So even when times are low, you can always rely on a Mario game for that year. Whether it's open world, platformer, kart racer, party game, sport game, or something new, I promise you could have at least a good time. An okay time. A time. So happy 40th anniversary, Mario. Here's to another 40 more. And thank you, Nintendo. Thank you, Shigeru Miyamoto. And thank you, Super Mario.